Many areas are under states of emergency tonight. Record flooding is ravaging parts of Louisiana and Mississippi.
So this is now being called the Great Flood of 2016 after historic flooding submerged neighborhoods in the Baton Rouge and Lafayette areas just over a week ago. At least 30.
Personally, I was fortunate my house didn't flood, but for all of our kids and stuff, every single thing in your life, the way you do it, your routines is done. It's completely different.
It was a grind, just seeing everything that everybody had to go through and the pain. You could just see it in everybody's face, even the ones who tried to stay strong. Everybody was just crushed.
At least 13 deaths with tens of thousands more displaced. The relief effort alone, according to the Red Cross, will likely top $30 million.
My dad actually wasn't home, so it was actually pretty scary. And then the water came in, and people who had been flooded in our house actually came in our house. And after the water got in, it was pretty helpless. Like, there's nothing you can do.
What these kids lost and our families lost was just unbelievable. You can't imagine it until you drive down the road and see all the stuff ripped out of the house and outside, and it was just unbelievable, unbelievable. Our school got flooded, and we had to go to another school in our parish. We'd practice in the morning or stuff, and then go to school, and then they'd go home and they would work in their homes all day, tearing stuff out and getting stuff, ripping carpet out and drywall and this, that, and the other, or some of their families or some of their friends, and then they're just physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, and it was tough. There was a lot of crying and lots of, like I'm about to.
First off, last night was amazing. That was one of the best highlights of my high school career, one of my baseball careers ever, because we weren't expected to come out here and do anything like that, and we did. But for us to be here means so much, because months ago we were sitting there and almost everyone on the team was out of their homes, living with FEMA trailer, sleeping on the couch, sleeping on the floor, begging their friends to stay at their houses, didn't sleep in a bed for months. And coming to Atlanta was the last thing on our minds at that point. We were hoping that we'd actually get a baseball season. We'd hoping we'd actually get back to go to our school. And then the fact that when we came back and Coach Carroll told us we're still going to Atlanta, that brought smiles to everybody's faces and just got us fired up.
And I'm sitting here worried and guilty, feeling a little bit because of the expenses of our trip, and to get a charter bus and come up, and our hotels and this and that and the other, and so many of our families, they're spending every penny they've got to try to rebuild their homes. And a lot of the businesses that support our program and our school, they can't give us the financial support that they have in the past. But when everybody found out what we were doing, here we go, let's go, let's do this for the kids. What I wanted to do was come up here and play some of these good teams like this and like we just played, and see how good players conduct themselves, how they carry themselves on the field, and see that, even though Mama thinks they're Babe Ruth Jr., they got a little work to do.
Just happy for our teammates who haven't been here, who had got to come here and play their hearts out and get those 2 great wins yesterday. And I'm just glad that people who haven't been here get to experience this before they graduate. I think we all actually deserve to, from what we've been through.
The joy that everybody had when we found out we were going here, and the work everybody put in to really come together in the community for us to be here, and then seeing everybody's face when they got here. I've seen this place before, and I know how amazing it is, but seeing everybody, the way we played last night, and their faces when they saw the park, it's priceless.
Everybody understands what everybody's going through, and it affected everybody, even those of us who didn't get it in our own homes. It still, affected us with our jobs and with our kids, and these are my children. But it's just had that far-reaching of an effect on everybody. So just that they will keep our nose to the grindstone and keep rolling. So that's one of those things you learn in athletics like this, is when you have those bad things happen, you got to keep working, go back to your fundamentals and keep working, and that's what our town has done.
Go, swing on 2, 1, 2, swing! That boy, good pitch. Got him?
Yes, sir!
That boy.
Yes, sir!